So here's an easy way to color your lines and just make them a little less harsh than black lines. I think black lines look cool, but it's always good to know that you have options for your artwork, because the black does make a big difference, and coloring your lines makes a drastic difference on your artwork. So this is the color palette. I just long pressed on these and made a little color palette. So you'll see the color palette it's sort of soft. It's kind of a bit warm, which is usually the way that I like to draw my characters. And of course, you know, that may not be the right choice for you, but when you add black into this equation, to me, it's just another color that doesn't really fit with the tone of all of this. What does fit, usually what I do is I'll take a color that's maybe one of the darkest colors, and I'll just make it darker, maybe something like that. That way it's darker than all of the colors, so it still serves the same purpose that the black line does. But let me see if I can drag it here. Yeah, I can. So it's still dark, but at least it's brown, and it sort of matches the color more. So let's see how this looks on this line, on these lines. So when you're painting, you always want to make sure that I like to paint behind my lines. So all of my paint is behind my lines. That way, if I want to change anything, if I want to change the color, if I wanted him to be Raphael or one of the other Ninja Turtles, I can easily just change this to, wait, we're going to do Raphael now. Where's he at? There he is. Something like that. Very easy to change, and that's really good for when you're doing client work. You're going to have to make changes, so it's good to paint everything on its own layer so you can change everything individually, including the lines. So now I'm going to take the lines, I'm going to take this color, we'll see how it looks. All my lines are together, so I'll just tap on that layer and hit fill. So now I filled it with this kind of darker brownish color. I'm going to go into hue saturation, and you can actually mess around with this. You might want it a little bit lighter, you might want it a little bit darker, a little bit more saturated. You can actually change the tone a little bit and just see if there's something that you like, because these little details make a big difference in the overall feel of your artwork. I think I like this brown. Let's see how different it is from the one that I put on the on here. Let's just see. Oh, so it's pretty close. So that's just another option to change the colors of your lines. Another thing you can do is you can always color pick and then go to the already on the line layer, and sometimes I'll make this darker, and this is a little more work, and then I'll go and I'll just color in whatever lines are touching the lines I want to change. I'll just color them in, so that makes a whole different image as well. And you know, it does take a little bit more work. You would just go in and pick a darker color, and you could change all these lines to a green, and that would be an even more organic feel for our little Ninja Turtle here. So there's lots of options. And another thing you can do also is you can get rid of the lines. So you could just color pick the actual color and you can get rid of them. And you do miss out on those sort of lines there. So that's where the, you know, the different style of art comes into it, because you but you would be open to putting bringing in light sources. So they'll be nice and clean for the light sources. Or another option, you could flatten this. Once you flatten your lines on there, you can hit smudge. And you can start smudging this together. And it's just another option. I don't usually smudge it that much, but as you can see, it's just another option that you can do. And I'll do another video and I'll show you how I would bring it back to the original brown. So I'm going to do another video and I'll show you how I would put shadows on him, and how you can easily make shadows and then you can turn that into shading. So I'll show you that on the next video. Keep drawing, keep sculpting. I'll catch you all in that next video.